Hello. As you saw in the previous advanced Newsomatic tutorial video, I have configured rules to import content from different sources and different categories, like you see here. Also, any post can be imported. Latest and all news categories. The crawling helper and activity logging section are also covered. Now let's head back to the main settings. The main settings contain information about your license, the News API key, a deep learning translator authentication key. This is optional. Deep learning is a premium service, and it is a paid service. As you can see, it has 20 euros per 1 million characters translated. If you want to use this, you can, but the plugin also supports Google Translate, which is free. Also, we have here a lot of additional custom settings that we can play with. So let's check these right now. For the beginning, let's clear posts generated before, and let's check our blog if it is empty. As you can see, it is empty. And let's check the first checkbox, do not check for duplicate posts. Let's save settings. And now we can create the first post. And let's check what happens. So let's create the first post from TechCrunch. Let's see what happens. The new post was created, and let's run the rule again. And the same post was created again. This is because do not check for duplicates was checked. This will force the plugin to not check for duplicate posts at creation of the posts, and each time it checks for posts, everything that it finds will be imported, regardless of it was already posted on your blog or not. Do not check generated posts in rule settings. If we check this checkbox, let's see what happens. This is useful in case in which you have many posts generated on your blog, and the latest posts are loading very slowly. This will force the plugin to not count the posts generated by each rule. The counting of posts can take a lot of resources if you have hundreds of thousands of posts generated. So if you observe that the page loading of the latest news to post or custom article search to post is very slow, you can simply check this checkbox in main settings, and the page will load instantly once again. Okay, if we uncheck these settings, then you can see that posts will be counted once again. Okay, let's head and continue. Show extended item information meta box. This is the meta box that shows in each post. This is the meta box. You can disable this meta box. So if I uncheck this, save settings, refresh this, the meta box is gone. The meta box will contain additional information for each post. Enable logging and enable detailed logging. These features are useful only if errors come up in the plugin. So if you have errors in the plugin, if you see here a red X, these are the possible icons for rule running. So this is in progress. succeeded, failed, and no change. No change means that no new posts were imported. Okay, if you see the red X, head into the main settings of the plugin, be sure to check both and rerun the importing so that it will fail again for you. If it fails, go to activity logging and check here for the logs. You will see that the plugin will throw some kind of error. Okay, automatically clear logs every once in a while. User agent to use when getting web pages. You can set a custom user agent the plugin should use when downloading web pages. If some pages are blocked by the default user agent that the plugin uses, then you can set here a custom user agent and the plugin will be able to download the full content. Okay, you can also set web proxies. A web proxy can be set in a format. I'll show you right now. If you Google free proxy list, you will see this web page, freeproxylist.net. If you go here and scroll down, you will see a lot of free proxies that you can use. Let's copy one, paste it here, and also the port is necessary. The port is set like this. Okay, so like this the plugin will use this proxy, and the target website will not see the IP address of your server, but instead it will see this IP address. It will think that this IP address is accessing it. Okay, timeout for rule running. If a rule importing rule takes too much time to finish, this timeout can be set for the importing to be killed instantly if it exceeds this amount of seconds. This is useful if a web page does not respond in time. Using this, the plugin will kill the connection. Send rule running summary in email. You can send a rule summary in email address to any rule, to any email address. Use original post content for posts that don't match defined importing HTML class ID. This is a very sophisticated description, but the concept behind it is very simple. If you check this and define the importing of a full article content in the rule settings, then if some posts don't match the defined HTML query string you define, in that case the original post content will be used that was downloaded from News API. So this is because some posts, even from the same news source, don't have the same structure. Some are video posts, some are news posts, some are audio posts, and especially for video posts, the plugin can import content that resembles HTML code. In this case, you can simply check this checkbox and those posts will contain content from News API. You can also skip posts that don't match defined importing class ID. So the case is the same like previously, but if you also check this checkbox, not the original content will be used, but the post will be skipped at all. So if you check both checkboxes, then only posts that match fully the rule you define will be imported. So the rule that you defined here. Skip posts that are not extracted correctly. This is a similar feature that can skip posts that are not extracted correctly by the plugin. Do not generate inexistent categories for new posts. This can force the plugin to not generate categories that are not existent already in your WordPress installation. So if you select here auto add categories from the title and check this checkbox, then the plugin will not generate categories that are not existent already on your blog to not oversaturate your blog with categories. Strip links from generated post content. If you check this, then all links from all posts will be stripped when importing content. Try to fix HTML tags from generated post content. If HTML is broken that you want to import for some reason, then you can fix tags using this. Also, you can strip JavaScript from crawl content. Okay. Now let's continue and demonstrate these features. Let's try to strip strip links from generated post content first. For this, save settings. And let's head back and delete our posts that were generated with the plugin until now and regenerate one post. Let's check what we got. Also, the strip HTML from full content was checked, so this should be unchecked, and this was from the previous video. So I unchecked it, deleted the post and regenerated it. And let's refresh the blog. And as you can see now, the post contains no links except the final link that was introduced by us. So this is fully textual content right now, also with the formatting kept. Okay, now let's head back and continue. Strip HTML elements from final content by ID or by class. So if you want to strip content from the post, then you can do it like this. For example, if I want to strip, let's go to the crawling helper and input a blog post here. Let's say I want to crawl this post. Hit crawl. As you can see, the page loaded here in a special way in which if you hover the mouse over the content, it will highlight the content, and if you click your mouse, then it will say element class is this. So if I want to remove the featured image, let's say from the imported content, hover your mouse in a way that only the featured image is highlighted and click it. You will see that class is separator. Copy the separator and paste it here. Strip HTML from final content by class. So using this config, the featured image will be stripped away from the final post content. Okay, you can also change the read more button text. Automatically translate content for all posts using Google Translate to any language. Translation source language. Keep original link source after translation to keep original link sources and don't link to Google Translate for links. If you uncheck this, the plugin will first link to Google Translate for each link, so it is recommended that you check this. But before this, let's check on the link changing. Let's delete the old post that was generated and recreate it. Let's go to the web page and check what we got now. As you can see the full content, and go to the full article as we defined here in the read more button text. Okay, the read more button text can be changed by this shortcode. So if you put this elsewhere, then the plugin will display the read more button elsewhere, or if you put content after it, this is also okay. Okay, now let's head back and continue. Let's say that, also note that a proxy is used right now, so the source web page doesn't see my server as accessing it, but this proxy is seen by it. Okay. Another thing is you can translate the content to any language. Let's say I want to translate it to German. If the translation source language is English, you can leave it disabled. It will still work. So let's see how it is translated to German now. Save settings. Delete the post that was created and recreate it. Waiting for a bit. And now let's head back to the post, and you will see that it is translated to German. Note that this is still in English because you must set it here to be in German. Go to the full article, should be in German here. Okay, let's continue now with the text spinning. The plugin offers also a text spinning option. There are free paid features that can be connected to the plugin: text spinning services, the best spinner, Word and Spin Rewriter. Word AI or Spin Rewriter or the best spinner. So if you have subscriptions for this, then you can use them. If not, you can click on them and get a new account now here. If you click here, then the best spinner will pop up. The Word AI, here you can get a Word AI subscription, or the best spinner, here you can get the best spinner subscription. Okay, Spin Rewriter, sorry. So if you got these subscriptions, you can input the email or username here, and the password or API key here, and the plugin will spin the imported content using best spinner, Word AI or Spin Rewriter. Also, you can use a built-in text spinner. You can force the plugin to not spin the title. Let's demonstrate right now the built-in text spinner feature, because I don't want to show you my Spin Rewriter, Word AI or best spinner credentials. So let's demonstrate only the built-in one real fast. Let's save settings with the built-in one, and let's delete the German post we posted before, and let's create one in English but with spinned content. Please note that the built-in spinner of the plugin is not perfect. so the content might be broken in some ways. Its meaning can be broken. Independent vehicles are fleet drawing calm, and so are these constructings, the platforms that will attend operate them. As you can see, the content is not perfect, but it is pinned. In the future, I plan to improve the built-in spinner, but for now you can use the alternatives that the plugins support if you want better quality. Best Spinner, Word AI, or Spin Rewriter. Also, there are two more free options. The one that uses wiki synonyms, or Free Thesaurus for the synonym source. You can also select one of these, but the built-in should be used for best quality if you want unique content for free, or this free if you want best unique quality but with a small subscription fee. Okay, now you can define posting restrictions. Minimum title word count, maximum title word count. If you input here 3 and 10, this means that all posts that don't match these restrictions will be skipped and will not be posted. So if the title of the imported post is less than 3 words long or more than 10 words long, it will not be posted. So very important, if you get a yellow diamond here that no posts were imported, please check if you don't have here some settings that are not matching the imported content. Also here the same for the post content. Here is for the post title, here's for the post content. Banned word list. Here you can define a list of words that will be banned, and if post contains this word, it will not be posted. Same here for required word list. This is a checkbox to require all words from the required word list. If you check this, all words will be required. If you uncheck this, only one word is enough for the post to be posted. You can define here a comma separated list. Like this. Okay. Now let's demonstrate what I said before with the minimum title word count. Let's set the minimum title word count to 50 and 90. This is some absurd value, and no post should have 50 words in its title. So what we can expect if we delete all posts and run this rule again, we can expect that no post will be imported and the yellow diamond will be shown. And as I predicted, a yellow diamond is shown. But if we lower this to 2, minimum title word count to 2, if we run the rule again, post will be imported successfully. Okay, so keep in mind that these features can be useful, but if they are not used correctly, they can make the plugin to not import content at all. Also, the banned and required word list are the same. Skip posts that do not have images. If you don't want posts that don't contain images, check this checkbox. Skip posts that are older than this date. You can select here a date. If you select here a date, then posts that are older than this date will not be imported and skipped. Okay. Also, another cool feature of the plugin is that it it has an experimental feature and it can try to not copy featured images locally for posts, but use them remotely from the source image content. Let's demonstrate this right now. As you can see, the image here is from TechCrunch. Okay, now let's delete the post, run this rule again. Importing takes a bit, but if we check this image is from TechCrunch, as you can see. So it is the featured image of the post because this is the main page, and it is extracted directly from TechCrunch. But if we uncheck the do not copy featured images locally, if we refresh the blog, this icon is shown. This is because this feature is an experimental feature and you have to recreate the posts after you uncheck this checkbox. But if you recreate the posts, let's wait for it a bit. And refresh the blog, you will see that the post has an image and the image is local on the server on which you are using the plugin. So if you want to save hosting space, you can try to check this checkbox, but please note that this checkbox is not fully supported by all WordPress themes. So if your WordPress theme does not show featured images if you check this checkbox, but instead shows the robot icon that you saw earlier, then don't use this, please. So this should be used only on themes that it works. You can also resize the featured image. You can resize the featured image to any size you wish. Let's say I want to resize it to 80 per 120, like this. And let's rerun the rule. Let's see what happens now. This is also a way to get hosting space. As you can see, the featured image is small right now because it was resized. As you can see, the plugin has a ton of cool features that you can use and play with. Okay. Finally, the random sentence generator, the custom HTML code, and the affiliate keyword replacer settings will be shown in another video. Also, the shortcodes will be featured in another tutorial video for Newsomatic. Until then, stay tuned, and I hope you will enjoy this plugin. Bye bye.